It's the 64 Showcase! Hello everybody, it is me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome once more to the 64 Showcase. And today we are playing an all-time Nintendo 64 classic, Super Smash Bros. The game that started what is most definitely my favorite video game series of all time, and what is possibly one of the greatest game series of all time in general. I owe so much to this game for helping shape my identity as a gamer. Before Super Smash Bros., my world was all about Mario and Donkey Kong and Yoshi and Pokemon, maybe a little bit of Zelda mixed in there. But outside of that, I had no idea who Fox or Samus were. I had no clue of what the Kirby series was, what F-Zero was, what Earthbound was. And thanks to this game, I was introduced to all that and started expanding my horizons as a gamer outside of my little world that I knew. And I can't explain how much I love this game. I can't explain how much I love this series. We are just going to head right in and play some Super Smash Bros. Because holy jeez, I can't wait. Basically, what we're going to be doing this time around is heading into a one-player game, also known as Classic Mode and later Super Smash Bros. Games, and we are going to head through a series of fights and beat up all of these lovely characters. And we have a beautiful selection of 12 Nintendo All-Stars to choose from. Quite a different picture than the massive 70-plus character roster of later Super Smash Bros. Games. But as for what character we're going to be playing as, I actually played a lot as Kirby in the original Super Smash Bros. I had no idea who Kirby was, of course, but I discovered that he could take other people's powers, and that was really, really cool. And my playtime as Kirby dwarfed pretty much everybody else in this game. It's a little ridiculous how much I played as Kirby. Jesus, look at the use percentage and the time there. 54 minutes of total Kirby playtime, and second place doesn't even broken 40. But yeah, I played as Kirby a lot in this game. Though I decided I'm not going to be playing as him this time. My main in every other Smash Bros. Game, and the very first character I ever picked for my very first Smash Bros. Match ever, was Yoshi. Yoshi is my buddy in every Super Smash Bros. Game. I love playing as him. We're going to be heading through Classic Mode as this good old green dinosaur here. Actually though, let's make him blue. We can pick costumes, let's make him blue. As for difficulty and stock level, we'll leave it at 5. We'll leave it at 5. Difficulty, you know what? Let's crank it up. Very hard. Hardest difficulty. Let's go! Just gonna crank that down a couple notches and edit this part out. They don't have to know. Alright, first round. Yoshi versus Link. Classic mode in this game always goes in the same order and has generally the same fights overall. There's no real big surprises. So your first match will always be up against Link, and Link is kind of a pushover in this game. He doesn't really do too much in classic mode, except on harder difficulties, I guess. Most of the time, he just spends his life walking around, not really doing much of anything. And, yeah, I didn't even really take a hit there. So, there's that. First round, not too problematic. And, yeah, got a nice score going there. And next is the Yoshi team versus 18 Yoshis. And they all just kind of go flying when you punch them, so we're gonna take care of that. Also gonna see if I can get a special score bonus here. There goes that one. If you beat up the Yoshis in order, they you get a special amount of bonus points. So we're gonna try to do that. This matchup also isn't very difficult. If you're going for the bonus, though, you just gotta make sure that they, like, die in order. Oh, see, I just knocked that one out. I think I screwed it up. Or did I? I don't know. I might have screwed it up. Also, the problem with playing as Yoshi in this round is that, if you're, you kind of get mixed in with the crowd here. Come on. Especially when there's another Yoshi matching your color on the screen. Oh, I want that Pokeball, but I don't want to screw up my bonus. I might have screwed up my bonus already, but I don't want to screw it up just in case. Okay, okay, that was embarrassing. My jump vanished. And see, yeah, there was another light blue Yoshi, like, right next to me, and it can be kind of hard to see. Oh, he just summoned him only. Oh, God. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try to salvage this. That might have also screwed up just then. Oh, stop grouping together. I need to destroy you in a specific order. They're trying to thwart my attempts at getting an awesome high score. Oh, I screwed it up. I think I might have screwed it up right at the end there. Though it's also possible I screwed it up earlier. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, well. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. This Yoshi with a firearm is very aggressive. I do not appreciate it. I'd really rather not lose another stock on this first round. There we go. Alright, so tumbling off the edge was a bit embarrassing, but oh, I didn't get any bonus points at all? What a crock. Next round, Fox McCloud. Fox always made me angry in this game fighting him. Because back in the day where I really didn't know what I was doing, Fox was a bit of a pain. See, in Smash Brothers, you've got the dodge roll mechanic. In the later Smash Brothers game, you also had an air dodge, but you didn't have that in this game. And what Fox would do a lot of the time was he would get you into the air, and then he would continually juggle you perfectly without any flaws whatsoever off the top of the screen. And it really made me not want to face off against Fox at all. Like, in any situation. He just got sniped by his own team. Oh, God. I forgot that that does that. Go, Red Shell. Thwart my enemies. Do my bidding. Also, this stage is really big, so Fox can take a lot of abuse and still stay in the boundaries. It can take a little bit to get rid of him. Anyway, with that out of the way, it's time to break the targets! One of the much beloved bonus games in the original Super Smash Bros. That, unfortunately, these games kind of, vanished after a while. Like, in later Smash games, they don't really show up much anymore. Or, rather, they've got, like, continually downgraded all the time, over time. Because, like... There we go. In this game, and in Smash Bros. Melee, they were this specific way where each character had their own, break the target stages. And, in later Smash games, I do not remember how to get this. Right, is it... Okay, there we go. Just gotta pass Yoshi's head through the wall. But yeah, in this game and Smash Melee, every character had, like, their own individual break the target stages, and it was really cool like that. But in Brawl, they downgraded it to having, like, 5 specific stages divided up by difficulty. And in Smash 4, they had the, what was it, like target blast mode, where you like threw a bomb at targets and tried to break as many targets as possible. And as far as I know, in Smash Ultimate, they don't have break the targets at all. So it's kind of disappointing that that disappeared over time. Anyway, next up, fighting the Mario Brothers. Interesting note about this fight is that you fight Luigi, who is one of the secret characters. And he's the only secret character you fight against in this classic mode. And even if you don't have him unlocked, he's always there, so it's like, the first time you're playing the game, it's like, whoa, what? Luigi? I didn't know he was in this game. What is this sorcery? Who is this green Mario? And also, this fight is pretty neat in the sense that it's a team match, and it gives you a partner. And I also had a Luigi on my team, so that was neat. And I was a good friend for protecting my Luigi. Next up, Pikachu. Good old Pikachu. On good old Silphco. I'm so glad this stage is back in Smash Ultimate. Because this was always one of my favorite stages to fight on in this game. You got the different level platforms and the door with Pokemon that come out. And Chansey, you healed Pikachu. How dare you? Speaking of Pokemon. Chansey! Go away. I don't appreciate this. But I have a gun now. And... Get back over there and explode. Didn't explode. Ah. Rude. Ah. I have healed my damage, and now I will fan you to death. I'm your biggest fan, Pikachu! Oh god, that's a Venusaur. Okay, okay. Oh, there we go. I just tumbled off the edge again like a dork. Okay. Yeah, that's the one downfall to Yoshi in this game, is that he doesn't really have a recovery move. He has a ridiculous jump, but if you use up your jump, you're kinda screwed. Oh, like I was almost screwed just there again. Come on, Pikachu. Get out of here. Can't mess with Yoshi like that. And now versus a giant monkey. And appropriately, we have the Mario Brothers on our team. Okay. This seems like something that would happen. The brothers teaming up to fight an enraged Donkey Kong. And their good pal, Yoshi. Ow. As you would imagine, Giant Donkey Kong is very big and very difficult to knock out of the arena. So it's a 3v1 match. And you just kind of gotta rack up a ton of damage. Oh, Luigi. He doesn't really start flying around till he's close to 200 damage. It's kind of silly. But also a pretty good change of pace. And in reality, Giant Donkey Kong here, he's not just a big Donkey Kong, he's technically a separate character. Like, he's his own character in, like, the debug menu and stuff. So if you were to access the debug menu and hack into the game or whatever, you would be able to play as Giant Donkey Kong if you so desired. Same goes for a couple other bonus characters, but we'll get to those. Board the platforms! Another bonus game that I really wish would show back up in other Smash Brothers games. Board the platforms is super fun. It's just like a big platforming challenge where you get to experiment with your character's mobility. And it can be kind of creative at points. It's like, I know, Jigglypuffs especially takes advantage of her really, like, huge mobility bonus. Oh, I'm gonna miss this platform again. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4, and then it comes, right? Oh, nope. Well, shucks. Ah, I didn't get to board the platforms. Oh well. We got a bunch of Kirbys to fight. And these Kirbys, this matchup's kind of interesting because it's a Kirby for every copy ability that of the main Smash Brothers cast, the original 8 characters. But there's a 9th Kirby. Wait, is there? Yeah, I think there is. There's another Kirby that will have a random power-up of one of the secret characters once they're unlocked. Oh dear. These guys are a bit tougher than the other multi-team matchup with the Yoshis, too. Oh, wow. Okay, we just bounced everywhere. Alright. Yeah, there's a 9th Kirby in this matchup, and he has a random power-up. Either he's neutral Kirby, or he's one of the secret characters. And it's always, oh, just a random selection of them. Right now he's just neutral Kirby, which is kind of boring, but he'll be neutral Kirby until you start unlocking... Neutral? He'll be neutral Kirby until you start unlocking other characters. Also, Kirby has a really bad habit in this game of going into stone mode and then just staying in stone mode, so you could very easily grab him and toss him off the screen. It's fun. Here comes Samus Aran. Or Samus Aran. I don't know how you pronounce it. But I remember Samus being kind of tricky to fight too. This is the part where the game starts kind of ranking up in difficulty. And Samus can be a bit of a tough cookie to fight, and the stage doesn't really help because it kind of has fire below it, and you take a lot of damage here. Right now I'm doing pretty good, actually. Don't want to jinx it. Probably jinxed it. And that's another thing, you can't rely on knocking people off the stage as much on this game. You've got to, like, either hit them really hard off the side or hit them up, or let the lava below take care of them like that. There we go. But I remember that if you let Samus get advantage of you, like take advantage of you in that fight, she can beat you up pretty tough. Cheap shot? What cheap shot? Jeez. And now another extra character not playable, Metal Mario. Again, he's not just the Mario character made metal, he's technically his own separate character, and you can play as him through hacking and debugging stuff. It's kind of cool. And much like Giant Donkey Kong, he is very heavy and difficult to dispatch. Really, the best way to deal with him is to try and throw him off the edge, I think. Because at that point, he can't really do much to recover, because he's made of metal and he can't jump very well. But getting him to a point where you can effectively throw him is also a bit of a problem, as he doesn't flinch very much either. Alright. Running out of things to say. Just making noises at this point. He also has a habit of just walking back and forth, so sometimes you could just walk let him... You can just let him walk over to the edge and then toss him off, and there you go. Getting a throw-in is definitely the best way to take care of him in that fight, though. Because it takes a while to get him to the point where you can effectively punch him off the stage. And another bonus game, Race to the Finish! Which is in a couple other Smash Brothers games in different forms, but it's still mostly a forgotten bonus mode, I think. Yoshi, why can't I jump over? There we go. And you've got fighting polygon men just kind of messing up your day here. Best thing to do is to ignore them, because if you stop to fight them, you'll never get through the whole bonus match here. Because we do have a time limit. And Yoshi's very, like, wide jumps and stuff don't really make it easy to get around obstacles here. Well, once you're on the bottom floor, it's a home stretch to the finish. Neat, right? And now, we're in the home stretch, and we have to fight the Fighting Polygon team. Another Smash Brothers tradition of sorts is that they have a fighting team of a bunch of versions of characters in the game, and you fight them all at once. It was the Fighting Polygon team here, the Wireframes in Melee, the Alloy team in Brawl, and in Smash Wii U, 3DS, and I think Ultimate, you fight the Fighting Mii team, which is all the Mii Fighter characters. I always thought it would be cool if they, like, brought back this concept, but had the characters be not the Fighting Polygon team, but the main character models from this game. Like a fighting low poly team of some kind. And there's 30 of them, so they can be a bit difficult to take care of. I mean, they go flying pretty easily, but if you're not paying attention, your damage can get racked up really quick, and you end up having a bad time, especially when they decide to combo you in a corner. The fighting teams are also, like, really nasty on harder difficulties. And that's pretty much true in all Smash games. Like, don't even get me started on Cruel Brawl and Cruel Melee and stuff like that. That always sucked. Like the Smash 4 challenge where you have to KO 5 enemies in Cruel Melee. Or it was 10, I think, actually. You have to KO 5 enemies in Cruel Smash with Lucina, and you know, that's all fine and good, but I don't play as Lucina, and that challenge took forever to figure out how to do. Oh boy, a hammer! Hammer's always the best item, because you can just smack people around with it. I also don't think the fighting teams have quite as many team members in later Smash games. In this round, it's versus 30, but I think it's less in later games. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I played through Classic Mode and Melee and Brawl and stuff. And one more. There we go. The fighting polygons are down, and we are moving on to the final showdown. We are a vegetarian, for we ate lots of tomatoes. Here he is, Master Hand. The ultimate Smash Brothers baddie. Featured in every Super Smash Brothers game. A big old goofy hand. Let's beat him up. And you know, aside from like falling off the stage a couple times, we did pretty good here, I think. Here with 3 lives. Getting smacked around a little bit, but I shield you. There's nothing you can do about it. I think Master Hand is also technically playable versus debug and stuff, but in regular matches, he has the like normal percentage counter. I could be thinking of Melee. I know there's a glitch and way to play as Master Hand in Melee. In regular matches, you like can't technically beat him because he doesn't have the HP like counter down there. Because he doesn't... You can build up a damage percentage on him, but you can't knock him off the screen. Okay. Almost got this. Give him the paddle kick. I missed the paddle kick. There we go. Paddle kicked him. Yoshi's down air is like one of the best moves in Super Smash Bros. I love it so much. But yeah, that's kind of all she wrote. on Super Smash Bros. One-player mode. Normal clear. What are you talking about? I totally put it on very hard. And as we beat Master Hand and destroy our creator, we are turned once again into a toy in a child's room. The end. And we get a credits minigame, as is Super Smash Bros. Tradition, and you can shoot the names and see what everybody did. Of course, it really all kind of goes by too quickly to really read everything, but, you know, it's all in good fun. But yeah, here's the credits. That's Super Smash Bros. On Nintendo 64. In comparison to later Smash Brothers games, of course, it's a little primitive and simple, and you know, it's not up to par with the likes of Melee Brawl, Smash 4, etc. But this game is still absolutely fantastic to play, and it is just so much fun. And every now and then, if you just feel like a good old simple round of Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers on Nintendo 64 is excellent to just pop in and play. You don't gotta worry about the competitive edge in Melee, or the floaty mechanics in Brawl, or whatever. Or Bayonetta in Smash 4. It's just good old, clean, multiplayer, super fun, and it's great. And Yoshi, you are great. And you know what, viewer at home? You are great. You took the time out of your day to watch my silly little Smash Brothers video all the way through, and that means a lot to me. So I just want to let you know, you are great. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And well, I guess it's also time to say, thank you very much for watching the 64 Showcase. This is Sparky, signing off for now. I'll see you next time.